Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. We are live and in effect here on this Tuesday night. Indeed, we are. I hope everybody is having a solidly good week so far. You know, it's always a good thing when everybody's doing good after a Monday, right? Exactly right. I'm just now spitballing here as I prepare to see who's here. Let's see. We're going to get this thing going and get the chat up here so we can see who's here before we start our normal. No surprises on this live stream, folks. It's just good old-fashioned fun. We are expecting some calls. Some of these scammers, loan scammers, told me they were going to call for sure this time when they promised last time. And so we'll find out if they do that. We'll see. We'll find out indeed. Let's see here. Let's throw this out here. Okay. Very good. All right, let me see what we've got here. We've got the Global Warmer here and the Blind Silver Stacker. Good Tuesday afternoon. Good to see you. All right, let's get down to the bottom, to the nitty-gritty and where we are in this for these chat comments. Oh, man, we've got a little bit of catching up to do here, but not a whole lot. We'll get down here. Good to see PDX Stacker. Good to see you. Good evening, Jeff England. Welcome. You two have not seen in a while, or if I have, mostly in the comment section, so I'm glad you're here, Jeff and PDX. And welcome, JM Unleashed is here. Thanks for the thumbs up, brother. Good to see you. Only 2 thumbs up, only 10 watching, but that's all right. James Smith is here. All right, very good. Okay, let's get down to the bottom of these comments. We're going to find the bottom. We may not be able to find the bottom for gold and silver, but we will for these comments. Indeed. It's funny because when I go to review these things in between live streams, I always think I'm caught up and don't have a whole lot to do, but invariably more just keep coming out of the woodwork. Not yet, love button. I've told them 6:15 sharp, so we should get them coming here. Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see the multi-gun man. We're just getting to the bottom of these comments. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind here. Getting here. Come on, folks. Let's go down. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. We're going to get to the bottom here sometime. Way deep inside. Long time no see. Good to see you. All right. Here we go. Silver Rebels. About the Silver Raid, Silver Spam video that I did on Sunday. Yes, indeed. Strong reaction from that. In fact, there's not been an apology yet. I think really there should be from, especially the spam. I mean, the silver raids, I'm not for them. We can kind of educate against that, but I do think it's adjusted advice, but it's the spam that really gets under my dirt. All right, let's see here. Good to see Dissident Aggressor. Good to see you. David Wolf is here. Sheep Network Now is here. Good to see you. The man, the myth, the legend, with emphasis on the myth. When I hit the thumbs up button, it increased from 8 to 9. Did I do it right? You did it right. Indeed, you did. Good job, Silver Wolverine. Check out his maple leaf that he left in the elements. He put it out to pasture. That's so check it out and see what I'm talking about on Silver Wolverine's channel. Silver Revelist says, just my opinion, the raid will pump up premiums and maybe even spot. And actually, I think it did have a very slight adjustment for spot price for like a couple of days. I think maybe $1 and some change. I think it did, but it was short-lived. The premium stayed. In fact, they're still here now. Supply will readjust, and the market will return to the price the people up top want to be. Possible downfalls of this type of activity would bring up those premiums more and might not go back down to the previous prices. Especially, Silver Revelist, considering that the inflation is also contributing to these premiums. That's what a lot of people are not getting, folks. Inflation is contributing to a large part to the premiums nowadays, even more than the silver raids at this point. But yes, they are. All right, let's see here. William says, Salivate Precious Metals, my main man. I've become a collectible stacker, silver and gold stacker, collectible stacker. There you go. All right. And that's kind of what I am too. I did make a pretty big stacking purchase. Wait till you see it. Yes, indeed. Thank you, JM Unleashed, for the link to Silver Wolverine's channel, his video on the maple. Thank you so much. And Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Do not post a link to Alan Gold's channel. I don't want to give him any more attention or any more love than he deserves. He deserves no love at all. He needs to be a lonely old man sitting in a corner sucking his thumb. That's the future that I envision for Alan Gold. All right, William says, great clarity, Salivate. A raid is a classical silver stacker. Probably why you and I stack collectible gold also. Answer right. There we go. All right. Thank you, William. Strat Captain 66 says, another physical silver raid. Why don't you raid the paper market? Yeah, exactly. Raid that paper market. That would actually affect the price much greater in the upwards direction if everybody bought ETFs and derivatives. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thousand Air Radio says, if the raid is successful, maybe I will sell a little into it. That's an idea. And so the K-Town Stacker says, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's pretty much all he talks about. The one thing another raid will do is artificially inflate prices temporarily. That's right. And maybe even more permanently. They'll get meshed in with inflated prices for other reasons. Lisa Bateman is here. Good evening to you. Welcome. Good to see you. Matt Bittner is here. Alan is a lonely old lesbian. Well, I do have a confession to make, folks. This is breaking news. I typically don't share too much of my personal life with you, but I'm going to do it now. Let me take a slurp of coffee first, as this is going to be hard for me to do. I have a confession. Like Alan Gold, I too am a lesbian. Now, I hope you don't leave the channel. I hope you don't unsubscribe. I hope you'll stick with me. Tearing up a little bit over here, but I am a lesbian that happens to be trapped inside of a male's body. But I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it. And I hope you are too. All right, let's get on to the next comment here. Tim Conlon says, excellent job, about time someone has a plan. I'm so sick of being at the mercy of the paper market. Just took advantage of a Monument Metals flash sale, picked up some gold as well. I can part with $3 or $4 grand to help the cause. Can do without the spam. I'm with you on that, Tim Conlon. Well stated. In fact, you know what? In this video, I think, not in this video, but in the gold video, there is a tiger, a gold tiger. If you were to buy the ETF version of that, it would be a paper tiger. All right. Raids and squeezes. Any reason to raise premiums if people don't buy for the week, the premiums would come down fast. I think to some degree you're right. But I don't underestimate inflation and its ability to affect everything everywhere. I'm a hermaphrodite, Joker's Wild. Hello, Joker's Wild. Good to see you. Welcome. And good to see James Smith slurping my Starbucks. Good job. EH is here, and Mitch Hawkins is here. Welcome. And Sally, that's right. Wizard of Oz and Sally. All right. And we all lesbians. There you go. All right, thank you so much. Jeffrey Jackson is listening on his 1 hour commute home. Oh, my goodness gracious. Be careful, Jeffrey Jackson, because I think I know the area that you're in, and it can be, some of those roads can be pretty harrowing. So hang in there, brother. And thank you so much for all you do. And yes, indeed. All right. Wow. Hour commute home. All right. And Repo Silver says, seems like silver has lost some of its monetary value lately. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that, Rego Silver. I don't know. If you're tying monetary value to price, perhaps, but you're pricing it in dollars that are depreciating every day. And of course, when the price goes down, those dollars are worth even less. So I think in some ways you have to set your mind apart from that aspect of it. As Belange P says, that there are going to be fluctuations in price. It's part of stacking. It's always been the case to some level. If you look at the history of silver and gold throughout time. And one thing I always tell folks, you can pick any 2 dates and make any asset class, any investment, look like a bargain or look like it's an absolute winner or an absolute loser. You can tell any kind of tale you want if you pick 2 dates. Any 2 dates. That's your whim. Justin Sartain, good to see you. Yes, this is a great community. You guys are great. And appreciate y'all being here and putting up with my stupid sense of humor. Here we grow. You have some cool freaking slabs, bro. I am checking what you got on display. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Here we grow, but there wasn't anything graded here. No graded coins, no slabs, just raw silver, raw riddling. All right, very good. And let's see here, Ashland Gumi. I really enjoy the content of your videos. That dragon silver bar really caught my eye. Could you share who makes this? Sure, Ashland. I appreciate you watching. That is the Perth Mint made those bars starting in 2018. They made them every year in 1 ounce silver and 1 ounce gold. And I would like to get the 2020 gold bar, but I know they're pretty expensive. All right, oh, thank you. Just started watching the interview with Melange P. Thank you. Yes, I was hoping that video would get a bit more traction, but it did not. So I appreciate those taking the time to watch. If you have any way to share it with a bird sanctuary, that would be great. If you could go find a bird sanctuary in your area, love button, and just put your phone up and play it, I think it would be great. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm desperate to get videos shared. Maybe Alan Gold will share my videos on his Twitter account. I'm hoping I could do that. I think I'm going to hire Alan Gold to be my marketing manager. Oleg Pelatelevich says, since knee-high gold, silver physical only, 3rd-generation jewelry. I learned from my dad and granddad, all jewelers, value is in gold, not crypto. I still buying deals out there, just harder to find, but they are still there. You can find deals. I found them. I actually did find some fairly decent deals, considering today's prices. Hello, Robert Casanova. Good to see you. Welcome. All right. Always, AG, I want to buy more silver. I like lower prices. There you go. Yes, if you're in accumulation mode, take it easy. All right, Pigeon Sanctuary under the overpass. There you go. Share it under the overpass. You know, that's just it. What irony is that? I want you to share this video under the overpass, all right? Nobody going over is going to listen or hear, but everybody that's under it will. All right. Old World Chris says, if gold goes down to $1,800, I'm buying myself a 50 pesos Libertad. That's the ultimate gold coin for me now. They're so cool. They are very nice. And I have the honor of owning 2, I think, and they are lovely coins indeed. Yes, indeed. Exactly the right love button. That's about the perfect spot for him to play it. Oh, my goodness gracious. With room to spare, by the way. We can fit both entities through that hole. Carl Adler says, exact opposite is what is needed to happen, he says, on the Silver Raid. If wanting to send a message, don't raid and buy up all. Starve them of sales by not buying. Will force premiums down as well as their profits. Raiding will give them reason to raise premiums and only add to further delays in inventory towards everyday purchases of gold and silver. And that's just it. We're never going to deplete the amount of silver that's out there. There's just not enough of us. If everybody in the entire, let's say everybody above age 18, let's say you picked 30% of the population of the world was to buy silver. Or even in this country, in the United States of America, 30%, then you might have something. And that shouldn't seem like a tall order. But heck, we can't even get about 30% of the people to vote in this country, much less buy silver. I mean, it's a tall order to get 30% of it. I think that's about the going rate of the people who vote. I think about 60% of registered voters. And so, I don't know. We have close to 350 million people in this country, and 80 plus 74, so whatever that is, about a third, maybe, I guess. All right. Welcome, everybody. Yankee Pride is here. Soul Patch Jackson is here. Liquid Electrum is here. Good to see Liquid Electrum. Don't spam people on the channels. That's right, exactly. Do not do it. I'm with you, Carl, on that one. Tree Climber says, Buffett has insider trading info, always has. A takeover is a goal when buying stocks. But who really knows? Who really knows? Insider trading. We'll see. All right. Good to see ZZYZX is here. Good to see you. FWY15, welcome, my friend. Bong rips for silver. There you go. Slurping. All right, that's it. Exactly. All right. TW is here. Good to see you. Dieter says, investing in a gold company in order to begin throttling supply, like Buffett has been doing with the limiting of rail shipments of crops to the U.S., can be having an alternative to the track and tax tech coin they're working on rolling out. Interesting thoughts there. Yes. Who knows what's going through his mind and what kind of contacts he has and what's going on there. All right. I think the Fed's going to go 50 basis points. Pretty much what they don't want to shock it too much, but everybody pretty much has that baked in. I'm betting. In fact, you know what? That's a good poll question. Oh, got a spammer. Hold on a second here. Hello?
Hey, Rich?
Yes, this is Richard.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's Vince. I told myself I would not forget to call you around this time.
That's right, because remember, last time you said, I'm a man of my word, and I won't be there 1 minute late. I never forgot that. It's like, man, this is something else. This Vince guy, he's serious. You know what I mean?
That's it. You want to know what sucks is exactly what you just said is exactly what I had on my sticky note before I left the office Friday. So that's why I did apologize, because I'm 100% wrong.
All right. No worries, my friend. I appreciate it. Hold on 1 second. I have to finish typing something out real quick here. Just bear with me. You know, being a business owner has its privileges, and me, part of that is I have to type some things every once in a while. Let's see here.
All right. I know you got a lot of stuff on your mind.
Yes, indeed. Not only on my mind, but also on my plate. Hold on a second here.
You're good.
Point.
You're good, Rich.
Yeah, hold on 1 second here. I've got one more option to add here. Just a second. All right, there we go. All right, very good. Okay, we've got it up and going. I had to implement some serious activity here. Okay, all right, very good. All right, now, so Vince, what can I help you with here, partner? We want to talk about business and loans, right?
Of course. So you were telling me that you're looking for what about 100 or 120?
$120,000, earn $98,000 a month.
98,000 a month.
98,000. Gotcha. Yes, indeed, that's right.
Okay. So what do you have planned? What are you looking to do?
Well, I've got my mind on my metals and my metals on my mind, and that's kind of what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say?
I said I've got my mind on my metals and my metals on my mind.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so therefore I have to think about these metals and how I'm going to make it work for my business. You know, there's lots of different things that are going on here in the world with the economy, with supply chain issues and the like. So I've got to find a way to navigate that the complexity of the markets. So I want to take and I want to try to find a way to smuggle gold safely through airports. And
well, you can't bring gold through an airport?
Well, you without excising taxes, but I think the free flow of gold is a great idea without implementing excise taxes. So in other words, there's some Indians who like to smuggle it up their rectum, and they have also found ways to put it into a paste and put it in toupees. And
that's an interesting one.
Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to try to find very interesting and creative ways to smuggle gold through without it being detected. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to create a new type of element. We're going to use aqua regia to dissolve the gold and put it into cases of fruit juice. And I think that's the way to do it. And it'll look kind of orangish like gold. And then we're going
This
to...
is like Narcos for fucking gold.
Exactly. That's it. You got it. That's right. Except, yeah. We're going to try to find a way, and what we're going to do, though, we still need to make this legal. We need to try to find a way to navigate the law first, especially between, a lot of the gold smuggling happens between Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and New Delhi and Mumbai, India.
It's all the yogis, basically.
Well, Yogi Bear has nothing to do with this. That's a cartoon. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find a way to make it legal. We need to navigate the laws of the
shipping of the gold.
Yeah, exactly. In India.
Okay, so is it just through India, or like, let's say if I'm in New York, okay, and I want to ship gold to Virginia.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that?
You can do that. Yeah, that's not no problem. Yeah, you can ship a gold to any state.
So what's the whole thing? You're avoiding getting taxed by going. The tax is when you ship it internationally, right?
Right, exactly.
That's the tax. So if you are getting it from, let's say, Dubai, which you said is a big place to get it from.
Right.
You get it from Dubai, you're getting wrecked with the taxes, basically.
Exactly. So let's say that I'm an American. Let's just say, just for gits and shiggles, that I'm an American, and I go to Dubai and I buy some gold at the gold souks, okay? And then I want to travel to Mumbai. I want to travel to Mumbai, India, to visit a scam call center with a bunch of gold to buy those people out to prevent them from scamming people. I can do this and provide a service to other Americans by buying out and using, what's the term? What is the term I'm looking for? To convince somebody to do something different than what they're already doing. Incentivize. You know what I'm saying, Vance?
I hear you.
Yeah. Am I losing you there, brother?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. So that's what we want to do, and I think about 120 grand can probably get us in the right direction.
Okay. And how soon are you going to be looking for the money?
Well, as soon as it arrives at my home, I'll be looking at it right away. I mean, probably within what is the travel of the speed of light from a package that comes in the mail to my eyeballs?
I couldn't even tell you, but I'm sure it's fast.
It's pretty fast, yes, indeed. Faster than probably.
So, I mean, I could show you options pretty much. It is a little late today, but I could show you them as soon as tomorrow if that's something you would be down for. It's just statements and an application.
I'm down with the thickness, Vance. I'm down with the thickness. I'm down with OPP. I'm down with OGP. That's original government packaging. I'm down with a lot of things. In fact, I'm even down with it to the point where I'm okay with looking at options right now. I'm going to eat this chocolate-coated almond. That's actually powdered chocolate-coated almond. That does tend to make my throat scratchy. So if I do cough a bit, you have to bear with me. Go ahead with the options.
It's the almond?
Yeah, it's a powder-coated almond. Dark chocolate powder-coated almond.
That happens to me when I eat fruit.
With fruit? Really? When you eat fruit, your voice gets crackly?
Well, my pretty much like my throat starts itching. I don't know why.
I think you're allergic. You ought to go see an allergist on that.
Citrus, maybe? I don't even know.
I think you're allergic to citrus.
Yeah, what's your best email so I could send you over everything, all the information about my company?
It's silverkitty47 at gmail.com.
Silverkitty47
at gmail.com. That's the parent company, of this whole operation.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
So in order to get it done, all I needed, because it's based on the statements, the bank statements.
Right.
I would just need the last 3 months, April, March, February, and just a one-page
Well, I tell you what, Vance, my banks, they say a lot of stuff when I'm there. They give me a lot of statements. Like they say, how may we help you, sir? They say, Richard, how are you doing? So what kind of statements are we talking about? Do you want them to give a press release? Do you want me to get some press releases from them? Are you looking for them an audio? You want me to send you an MP3 file? What do you want them to say in these statements?
I need it in a PDF format.
PDF format. Okay, we'll give them PDF format. What do you want them to say? Do you want them to give you a nursery rhyme? Do you want them to quote some Slayer lyrics?
I mean, I'm hoping they're just showing 98 grand deposited in the account, and then I should be good to go. I'd easily be able to get you to 120.
Okay, all right, okay, nice. All right, I'll have them tell me something like that. I'll have them throw something together. I'll have my girl fax it over to you.
You're the man. I'm going to send it over now. Just look out for Vincent Golgana.
Okay.
That's my name.
Vincent Van Gonata?
Yes, that's it. I like that.
Word, that's what she said. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna put attention Rich in the subject, so you know it's from me.
Actually, call me Richard for short.
Attention Richard.
Richard for short. Yeah, Richard for short. Yes, indeed.
You're the man, Rich.
All right, all right. Well, thank you, Vance. This has been a pleasure. Okay. All right, we'll talk soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye-bye. Now, I'm a little disappointed because he's the only one that called. And I was expecting two others. Two others were supposed to call me today, but they didn't do it. Those sons of biscuits. PDF of minutes. That's right, exactly. I'll let you borrow it, Sal. Thank you, Jokers. Wow, you're just gonna let me borrow it. All right. Gotta love the scammers. You know the ironic thing, or the sad thing, whichever way, however you want to look at it, and he probably will email me the application, and he'll probably follow up with phone calls, just like we did mess with that lady from Pennsylvania for weeks on end until she finally got it. We had to make it blatantly obvious. We had to actually have another loan scammer tell her that she was being hoodwinked by me. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, Randy Walker says, where can I buy the Dragon 10-ounce bar you were displaying? Excellent video as always. Well, Randy Walker, I want to know where I can get one of those in 10-ounce variety too, because it's just a 1-ounce bar. But you can find them on eBay now. Most dealers don't have them. They only have the current year ones, and they're probably pretty pricey now. Yes, indeed. All right. Very, very good. Send him the 98 grand. That's right, Dricket one. I should just do that. Send him the 98 grand. All right, moving ahead here. Robert P. says, like the silver squeeze, I think the silver rate will only hurt a small-time stacker like myself. I'm a squeeze baby, and I've never seen a spot below $21. And absolutely, yes, I do stack spam. All right, there you go, Robert P. Well, hang in there, brother. There are some deals to be had, but I always encourage folks to buy, not based off of what anybody else says or directs. I mean, you can get advice. You can learn how the best way is to buy and take some and consider options. And I encourage you to do that. But it comes down to you and your situation and your timing. Timing is key when you make buys. To pick an arbitrary day to buy because of some anniversary of this or that, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of ludicrous in my mind. But at the same time, there is something about the camaraderie of sharing purchases you've made, and I can sympathize with that. So with that aspect of silver raids, I can actually understand the fun. I've actually watched one happen occur, and I can see the fun in it. If you're doing it just for fun, and not really worried about spot price or anything like that, and you do it within a budget. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to handle it with regards to how you look at it, that type of thing. But really the best way to do it is to and you can share with other people what you bought. I mean, look at the Wall Street Silver. They do that all the time. You just snap a picture of what you got, and people say, well, I got this too, or I got that. You know, it's fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But anyways. All right. Matt Bittner, I wonder if Elon Musk and Warren Buffett could team up and go in on a rhodium raid. They very well could. They probably would take both of them to do it. Oh, my gosh. James Smith bought gold in Egypt and wore it through customs. Nothing ever said. That's right. And really, jewelry is the way to go. That's exactly right. Very good. Coins A to Z is here. Fear not the price fluctuations, volatility. That's right. I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome. I'm afraid he wants to become a loan scammer. That's right. I want to get in the loan scamming business. I'll probably do that with the next one. I had something in mind, the next thing to do, but I forgot what it was. It's a suggestion from one of you guys. I should have written it down. Mrs. Coin Crew is here. She's thumb up number 65. Thank you, Mrs. Coin Crew. You are awesome. So good to see you. Troy Tucker is here. Welcome. Good to see you. JM Unleashed is still here. Nate Palm Death is here. Good to see Nate Palm. Yes, indeed. All right. BT says, always appreciate your commentary on the current silver market, and your comments about other channels is always respectful, even when you have differing opinions. Thank you. I appreciate that, BT. I try to be. He says, I did buy a couple of your 2-ounce Salivate rounds, and I'm extremely happy with my purchase. Well, thank you, sir. I'm glad you enjoy them. Very much appreciated, and thank you so much for your kind words. Mark Graham says, explain the reason for the raid. What do you see as the point in this? Isn't it to do with affecting the paper market manipulation? Yes, it's partially was created to kind of put pressure on the COMEX and the markets in general, kind of to break the bank, the big bullion banks like J.P. Morgan and the like. But it's too complex of a market to really do it. He goes on to say it's about them crushing them for what they do to us. Don't get me wrong. I love the channel. You actually respond to people. Love you. Well, Mark Graham, yes. And I understand the sentiment. It's too big and too complex to do that. And that's the kind of the thing. And so it sets people up for expectations. And when those expectations don't come true, then people get disillusioned with silver and give up and actually learn to hate it. That's happened. I've seen it happen. Because of unrealistic expectations. And so, but, again, if the motivation is to buy to preserve your wealth, and in fact, I would even dare say that, hey, if here's where I would be for a silver raid. Okay, here is what my idea for how a silver raid could look. If silver spot price drops and there's a deal on silver, let's say a bullion dealer saying, hey, weekend long sale, and spot price dropped 50 cents to $1 over the weekend, and some channel says, hey, let's raid on Saturday or Sunday on this sale and clean them out for the sale. That way they can't raise the prices over the weekend. Spot price isn't moving. I think that would actually be more efficient and may even send the same message. But I don't know. But even so, I'm just not. I think that any kind of coordinated buying or mob mentality kind of buying, it's just, I don't know. I don't know that it's healthy. But anyways, but eventually it's going to raise premiums anyway. But anyways, let's see here. And again, yeah, and Napalm Death, yeah, Napalm Death. Basically, I kind of was going on our conversation that we had, and I can certainly respect the fun aspect of the camaraderie of buying with your fellow stackers. There's something to be said for that, and I think that's fine. But at the same time, you can also do that in other ways too. For instance, like on the Wall Street Silver Forum, people post their silver purchases. You can say, "Oh, I bought that too. That's cool. Where'd you get that?" There's a fun aspect of it too about buying certain things and seeing what other people have bought. I mean, heck, that's the whole thing about silver stacking channels, is about the unboxings, the fun of seeing what people bought. So I do get that, and I think that's great. And that's part of what the community is about, for sure. I certainly have a lot of respect for that. I mean, that's part of what this is about. When we buy, it's about wealth preservation for ourselves, and it's also about sharing with the community the attributes of what silver is and how it comes in different forms and the like. So, yes, indeed. All right, very good. Freedom Stacker is here for the first super chat of the night. Thank you, my friend. $5 super chat, appreciate that. And we're going to give him 5 push-ups. He's got a party favor there. Yes, indeed. Must have the mentality of expect the worst and hope for the best. That's right. Well, and that's just it, Silent Silver. I even go as far as to say expect the worst in terms of silver spot price dropping, a couple of dollars or so after you make a purchase, and hope for the let's not for the best, but for wealth preservation. I don't know how you would say that otherwise. Liquid Electrum with $2.99. I thank you, my friend. All right, he's got it. Hope for normalcy, I guess. I don't know. But not for the best, to get your expectations up. But I get your point. Yes, indeed. I do get your point. All right, let's give 8 push-ups. 8 push-ups for these two gentlemen. Thank you so much. David Wolf, I did a video about that thing, about Virginia. It's going to be happening in July. I did a video on it, David Wolf, a week or 2 ago, I think. Check it out. If one of my moderators can post that video, if you can find it here, we'll look for it in just a second here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We did it. All right. All right, we got it. Multi-Gunman, a member of several communities. Silver Gun, Star Trek, etc. But the Silver community is my favorite. All right. Well, I'm glad. Yes, indeed. And Multi-Gunman, we're glad to have you here as part of the community. All right, let's see if we can find this for David Wolf. I forgot what I titled the video. Let's see here. Let's just look up tax. And when I search for tax on my channel, let's see here. All right, there's too many videos that I'd had on taxes here. Let's see. I remember the thumbnail. And I don't know if I can filter these search results. No, I can't. Let's see. This might be it. This is it. Sound Money Victory, sales tax elimination. That's it. Mrs. Coin Crew. There we go. Let's go fun to mental. I like that. I like that, Mrs. Coin Crew. Let's go fun to mental. Or fun to metal. Sergeant Gold. I'm not buying silver until it falls below 20 bucks. Where's Terry? She doesn't come around anymore. We don't see her as much these days. Yes, indeed. Let's do 10 push-ups for Mrs. Coin Crew. You were awesome, man. She wants to get me pumped up. Here we go. So I think that's it. The Sound Money Victory. That's the one you want to look for. Check it out. All right, here we go. 10 more push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you, Angel. You are awesome. Yeah, so this is the one, David, you want here. Sound Money Victory. Just search for that. Search Sound Money Victory and it'll pop right up. All right, let's get back over here. And we're going to get to Cosmic Kingdom. Says they probably could have chosen a better term than Silver Raid. Makes 0 sense to do that. Like you explained in your video. I say, you do you, people. There you go. Maybe a Silver Pillage? You know, I don't know. All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much, JM Unleashed. She posted a link there. Thank you so much, JM. You were the man. Good to see Who's Your Stacker. Yes, indeed. Who's going to Grove? Bohemian Grove, right? I don't know. Fun to Mental. All right, we miss Terry. Where's Terry? Terry. It's terrible that she's not here. Get it? All right. Joseph Purdy says, I made the decision a few years back to only buy newly minted silver. Less premiums made on the back and forth between dealers. That way, more currency units is left going towards the supply available. Yes. Good move. Definitely. I think that's wise to do that. I kind of did the same thing. Now, one thing, I did buy silver from First Majestic. The actual First Majestic Silver Mining Company, they had products that they were selling for pretty low premiums. It's only had one middleman. That's the Mint. All right. Yes, JM is the man. Good to see you, Justin Sartain. By the way, Justin is here. Who's going to Woodstock? Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. 1969er. Woodstock. Alex Jones went to Bohemian Grove. I think he's the one that founded it, if I'm not mistaken. He met some Fish Guild people there at Bohemian Grove. All right. Thank you. Mario Salceda. Exactly, just notes. Mexican coin sellers in Mexico's premiums going sky high. Speculators and taking everybody along for this ride. Just notes. All right. Okay. Thank you, Mario. Mike O'Brien says, buy when you can get a deal, not when others tell you to. That's right. Look out for the deals. Find the best deals if you're a pure stacker. Indeed, that's what you do when you're a pure stacker. 69 bingo. Yes, indeed. Check out Who's Your Stacker's channel. Part 2 of the bingo. Season 2. Season 2 is coming soon. Schilliver 101 says, so I had no idea about May 15th. I went to purchase a 1-ounce gold buffalo this weekend and was calling around to my LCS to see who had one in stock. I called this one, and older guys pick up the phone. Could hear him saying, "Hey, you got any gold buffs you want to sell?" I heard the owner say in the background say, "No, not till the 15th. I was thinking to myself, what the hell is happening on the 15th? I personally think this is BS, and now I won't do business with the LCS because of that. Thankfully, I did get my gold buffalo at another LCS. Well, Silver, that is just coincidence, because this has started, I think, somewhere else. That might be when they're going to get more in stock or what's happening there, but I don't know. Let's see here. There you go. Exactly right. Don't follow the Pied Piper. Okay, let's see here. Let's move up here. We got Ken Hart. Says, great advice, I agree, and you bring a maturity to level emotions. Slow and steady, probably better than pendulum-like swings. Short-term retail shortage will drive up premiums and won't alter long-term results, but it will rally interest. Have fun with it. Exactly. There you go. All right. Well, yeah, and the interest will be very expensive for the short-term retail shortage if exacerbated by the raids. It'd be very expensive for sure. How many push-ups for an ounce of rhodium? Oh my goodness gracious, I can't even begin to guess what that's going to be. And Jay Hike, wow, 2 1-kilogram Scottsdale bars, amazing. Coincidence, there you go, exactly, Coins A to Z. Yeah, Scottsdale's great. A little slow on shipping though, I found, but they're great otherwise. B2 Constitutional says, it's a big club and you ain't in it. That's right. Beloved One says, I share your view. Buy smart, stock up on non-perishable food for the famine ahead. Hopefully it won't be that bad, but I digress. All right, let's see here. Who's here? We got CCT's here. Hello, CCT. Good to see you. That's right, Matt Bittner. It's George Carlin who said that. Silverholic, spam, cook it, fry it, and some bananas to it. The joy of Hawaii, spam. There you go. Exactly right. He also says, I think the original raid was a good idea. After seeing the result, massive manipulation to crush the price that exploded on the Monday following the raid, and then much increased premiums that never went down, one has to realize raids are detrimental to the current market conditions. Every year now we see a raid day. And what did Einstein says about doing the same things over and expecting a different result? Yep, exactly. That's right. It's a B-dub. Had a local chicken plant burned down. Wow. Man, very, very sad. Tron Hopkins, if that's the case, then why hasn't the U.S. Mint received more silver for 2022? And they're going as fast as they can. And they are, for sure, trying to meet the demand. And part of the problem is that they don't have enough suppliers. They only have a handful, 2 or 3 suppliers for blanks. Might just be down to 2 now. Napalm Death just bought 5 100-gram Valcambi and a 1/4 ounce Kangaroo gold. Both of those were gold, Napalm Death? Or were the Valcambi 100-grammers silver? That's pretty amazing. Let's see here. Mark Nordgaard says, I said 1 year ago when I sold some of my silver and bought more gold that silver will crash to $15 now soon, below 20. Well, it's heading in that direction, it seems like. Omar Elia says, just curious if you think it's the bottom price on silver or should I wait another week or two? I'm not sure if the prices will jump back up soon. Well, Omar, hope you will check my video called Gold and Silver, Finding the Bottom. No one really knows what the bottom is going to be. I do think that prices will probably fall even more after the Fed announces their half-point rate hike. But in fact, speaking of rate hike, this is our poll today. We have 92 participants. How high will the Fed raise rates this week? 62% of you agree with me that it's going to be a 0.5 point. 26% of you say 1/4 point. And 12% think no points. And that is a possibility. You never know. They may chicken out, especially after the GDP numbers that were reported. Good to see Shan. Shan is here. Hello. Good to see Shan. Welcome. I'm glad you are here. All right. Empty Head Biden. I love that name. That's pretty good. Says the following. Looks like there's a raid on silver, all right. About $18 is looking like the price to raid. Let these dealers sit on some of the product for a while to see if the premiums drop. When the bottom falls out, the metals in the world keep spinning. Yeah. Very what could happen. Soggy bottom boys. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. And Lance Sudbury says, I didn't hear about the raid. Sounds crazy. It must be true. I raided myself last month and got my precious by Perth the tiger and the lion, the dragon Pivy. Paid dearly, but it's mine and I'm keeping them. Hero, Queen's Beast Lion, England, the 2 ounce. A lot of stuff there you got. Good job. All right, Lance, way to go. Bought some stuff at your own timing, own way. Cyrus says here on this video about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett and his partner Charlie Munger bought into Barrick Gold, all right. Did you guys notice the shady guy keeps using the words like they invested but never says they profited off their play with gold? This is because Barrick and all the gold mining stocks have gone down and those old cronies have lost money big time. Warren and Munger continually talk smack on Bitcoin and Tesla while they continue to skyrocket in their face. Cash money is definitely depreciating in value, but that does not make good sense to invest in gold stocks, as mentioned before. If these two make money off gold, what's wrong with ETF stocks that are shut up like XOP? Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened there. They did sell their position not long afterwards. Maybe it was because of that. Just the one scammer called. Yes, sir. No more. We're supposed to get 2 others that promised me they would call, but they never did. Those sons of biscuits. All right. Department of Numismatics says, buy smart, buy S-smart, and don't call me Ash. I concur with you completely, says Department of Numismatics. I like my Spam is stir-fried rice and veggies and some quality low-sodium soy sauce. You have a meal fit for Salivate Metal. And me. There you go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for being here. And where do we go now? All right, we have 82 thumbs up. You never know. Strange things could happen. We could get 100 thumbs up before the night's over. Lance says, I'd only do that in Washington. I'd go every month. There you go. All right. JM Unleashed chimes in on this silver scam video. He says the following. I think the silver raid gave some people a sense of belonging to a movement for a positive cause. Also, it can empower people to buy more than they might have otherwise. For me, I try not to buy into hype or make decisions based off exaggerated emotions. Thanks for your thoughts on the subject, Salvac. Yes, indeed. It's about being, calm, cool, and collective. And I'm not really a calm, cool, collective kind of guy, but I try to buy that way if I can. All right, very good. Hey, Dr. Web Music, thank you, my friend. Good to see you, sir. All right, appreciate all you guys being here. Fee up for 1 ounce gold bar today, a Perth Mint gold bar. Congratulations, Silent Silver. Way to go. Ricky Collard says, what mint is that silver buffalo you showed towards the end of your video? That was a really slick buffalo. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That is a Golden State Mint buffalo, and it is a nice piece. I do enjoy that one indeed. Pretty cool. Actually, I bought a little bit more silver today. These 2 coins right here. I'm not even told you about it. Very small little silver purchase. Oh, hey, Liquid Electrum. That is high praise. Thank you so much, my friend. I know I think there's a lot of other channels that are much better than mine, but I appreciate you guys putting up with me, and thank you for your kind words, Liquid Electrum. You just made my day. Appreciate that so much. All right. Okay. Lawrence Grott says, I hope silver and gold both have another bad 3 to 4 weeks. I'm in the process of freeing up some currency to make some purchases. Yep. And the reason why I'm not too concerned about silver going down is look where it was. Excuse me here. Is the if you look at where the prices were pre-pandemic, they were well below 20. And we have been comfortably above 20 since the pandemic, but of course we also have inflation and other things that are affecting it too. But at the same time, you know, we're out of the slump we were in before in the in the mid to late 2000 teens. All right, let's see here. All right, very good. All right, yeah, there. Hey, no worries. And Nate Palm Death, I never, I don't, I don't disparage or I don't. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't disparage anybody who participates in raids. I have nothing against it, as long as people don't, you know, as long as you understand what you're buying and how you're buying, and you enjoy the camaraderie of being around other people. I think that's fine. You know. Because I look at somebody like you. You've been in the community a while. You've been a stacker for a while, and so you kind of know the deal. You know your limitations and the like, and so I could, you know, and if you enjoy the community and this and others that are joining in, then I think that's great. You know, same thing with like YouTube auctions. You know, a lot of that stuff is very high priced, but it's the fun and enjoyment of participating. You know, you know it's just and so that's kind of where my feeling is on it. I just, you know, it's penny raids. I like penny raids. There you go. Mrs. Coin, love Uncle Sal, but right now hate Uncle Sam. Yes, Uncle Sam. I understand. These taxes are insanity. All right. Very good. Okay. Let's get back up here. We've got Steve C. says, gonna wait to buy. Still going down. Yes, indeed. I think it could still go down when the Fed announces those rate cuts. We'll see. BlackRock and A-Mark. Yeah, there you go. BlackRock has some interest in A-Mark, apparently. John Bethia says, I have silver, but I don't agree with the premiums of around 25% per ounce. At this time, I would rather buy gold or platinum. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Crazy. And my LCS has pretty high prices for stackable for silver bullion, but constitutional silver, they are now down to $20 per dollar. Believe it or not, $20 per dollar. It's crazy. To help curb rising prices, sales taxes should be eliminated. Exactly, I agree. Yes, indeed. All right. Gold Segala says, I know the demand is high for silver by the community, but also know what is coming years. It's going to be a demand even more by industry, so I'm not worried. All right, there you go. Understand, that's right. Tennessee is going to drop taxes soon, too. That's great. I need to keep up with. I think Alabama just did it as well. All right, now we've got Rocky Superstar says, Sal, the silver market is being played with big time. It is crazy, the rise and fall of silver. I have stopped buying silver eagles. I did buy a silver salivate coin. Oh, man, well, thank you, Rocky. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Yep. And I know, and here's the thing, the salivate rounds are pretty expensive premiums, too. And I understand that. I was actually surprised when I saw them listed what they were, because my premium hasn't changed from what they were before, but apparently they were more expensive to make, and I don't know, and I just chalk it up to inflation and maybe getting some of the products. But anyway, so there that is. All right. Charles Gillan says, stop silver dropping like a rock, but premiums are doing the opposite. Yeah, premiums are still up there. My LCS is charging $29 per ounce for privately issued bullion. $29 when silver is hanging around $22.50. So that is what is the math on that? $6.50 per ounce above spot. I don't know what the percentage is, but anyways. Pretty crazy. But I do know that I'm holding a platinum coin in my hand, and it's nice. I like it. I like platinum. All right, Silver Patriot FGNS says, buying opportunity is what I see. It is inevitable. Silver is going to explode in price within the coming years. Be patient and buckle in for the ride. And we shall see. We shall see. I do think that silver has more upside potential than downside in the medium to long term. Maybe not in the short term, but I do think you're right in the medium and long term. All right, very good. All right. Governor Kay Ivey, that's right, of Alabama, signed the law into bill, from what I understand. Alabama did. Kevin Balkwill says, the guys planning this, if they are true, are just dreaming. If they think it will make any difference, you might sell them for a week or two, but nothing will change. It's a joke. Try doing it to a mint. See how far you get. All right. Yes, thank you for your thoughts, Kevin. Bartholomew Davis says, I prefer to do the opposite of the masses. I'll try to grab mine before the 15th. Predictably, it comes back to bite. Yep, indeed. And I made my big silver purchases before it. Hello, Strongman. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Indeed. Good to see you. All right. Boris Bulliak says, the price may be low, but premiums are still high. True that. They are still high. And that's unfortunate. There are some deals out there that can be had. I found them, believe it or not, for about $2.59 over spot, dollar over spot, which is considered a good deal. You'll see what I got when it comes in the mail. But anyways, variety is getting thinner every month, and ASC are still around $35 for a few, not just one. The disconnect between paper price and the real physical is in and of itself a reason to own, since the primary reason to add to the stack is the cost average, since the silver premiums are still high. Yep. And that disconnect really is more at the point of selling back to the dealer, not buying. All right. There's where your disconnect is. And even then, that's a strong word to use in my view. Strongman says, great video, Sal. I agree, silver spot price has been asleep at the wheel, but the premium on physical silver is still redonkulous. Exactly. I love that. You're exactly right, Strongman. Well stated. And he's here now. And Mr. Coin Crew is anti-ASC. I am too. For stacking, definitely anti-ASC. All right. Yes, indeed. More slurpage here. All right. Very good. We're marching through, making our way through. The next comment. This is how we do it. Every Tuesday night, we have 101 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you being here and for engaging with the video. All right. Hungry Like the Wolf says, if silver goes to the low 20s or below, the major bullion dealers will suddenly be out of stock. Good luck in finding an ounce anywhere near spot. True. And that's kind of what happened in March of 2020. Pretty much. All right. Yes, indeed. Budget Coin Hunter on the coin roll hunting committee doesn't like Kennedy, but I love them. There you go. Ah, yes, indeed. Slurping our way through. We got some water here to chase them when everything's all down. LCS will pay when they can't get it. They sure will. They will pay. Silver dips, I bought platinum. Good job, Freedom Stacker. Silversmith, Biden said there's never been a senator from Delaware. Oh my goodness gracious, I gotta see that clip. Does not surprise me. He also said during the 2020 presidential primaries that he was running from a senator from South Carolina. Not president. This is in the presidential campaign. He said he was running for senator from South Carolina. It's crazy. Now he says there's never been a senator from Delaware. We're probably right. There's never been a senator from Delaware in his lifetime since 1973 that has been in his right mind. All right, very good. Okay, let's go over here. Nate Palm Death is back with us. Good to see you. All right. And let's see here. All right. Salivate Sluppin' Metal. That's right. That's how we do it. Alu Boex says, buying opportunities are what I see. Gold and silver have been volatile for years. Nothing much has changed. Manipulation does not stop me from making PM purchases. I love this hobby of mine. There you go. I think that's actually a really good point. Prices fluctuate a lot. They're more fluctuating nowadays than ever before, but hey, it is what it is. Robert E. Lee is here. Hello, Mr. Lee. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. All right, in the chat, we've got Budget Coin Hunter says, I noticed a couple of trends on silver price. On any given 9 a.m., you can watch the price just plummet, and you also notice price overall dropping towards end start of the month. Yes, interesting. That would be neat to chart that out. I know one trend I noticed because I live streamed during it is when the markets open up on Sunday nights, there tends to be a pretty semi-drastic movement one way or the other. And then within about 15, 20 minutes to half an hour, the prices level back out or snap back the other way slightly. All right, Silver Loving Lou is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. Good to see all you guys here with us tonight. And Roy Sandoval, I chose a ratio of 5% gold, 90% silver, and 5% platinum. Now, there you go. I like that ratio. I need to check out 2is1's latest video. Thank you for that. He's got a great channel. He sure does. You're right. You are right. Silver Heist is here. Good to see the one and the only Silver Heist. Check his channel out, too. Another great member of the community. Post some really good videos. Yes, indeed. Jay DeBow says, paper silver has had a bad month. Most physical silver coins haven't dropped in price due to premiums increasing. The paper and physical price is getting more and more disconnected. Well, the reason why I say it was a bad month is because the price that you get back for your silver if you need to sell is the price that matters the most. People often forget that. Which means that silver becomes less and less of a bargain when you look at it in that way. By the way, this just in, Silver Honda, he is here. He's Silver Honda, recognizes himself as such. He identifies as a Silver Honda. Yea, though, he drives a blue Honda. It's not just any blue Honda. It's a paid-off blue Honda. Yes, indeed. All right. Very, very good. Coat hangers are a choice. That's right. Coat hangers are a choice. That's right. Oh, my goodness gracious. You have the right to choose that coat hanger to desecrate the fetus inside of you if you so liking. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's see here. Let's move up. We've got Alano Carpetovaltonyoko. Says the following. Right now, the all-in sustaining cost is almost $16 in many mines. It's not going to go down much more. You don't have to see the price of silver. It's the price of the crude. The important factor in the peak oil is here. I think that's for primary silver mines. I think for silver mine is a byproduct of other metals. That price, that cost goes way down. Most of your silver is mined as a byproduct of other metals. Yes, indeed. Good to see you all. Welcome. Glad you're here. Everybody's joining us here. Thank you. And if you do hit that thumbs up button, well, you will make me happier than I was before you would have hit it. I'm still pretty happy, though, just so you understand. All right. Tucson Bubba chiming in here. We love Tucson Bubba. He is the man. Here's what he's got to say. I just spent the exact same amount every week. True dollar cost averaging. Years ago, I tried to alter the amount when silver was low, or so I thought, so my average ounce was much higher. So now I strictly dollar cost average exact same amount every week because I discovered that guessing the market is a fool's game, and I was one of those fools. I learned that decades ago. Well, thank you, sir. And I think there are some variations to the DCA philosophy, and that works awesomely for you. Tucson Bubba, so that's awesome. I'm proud of you. Way to go, my friend. Yes, indeed. All right. American Supertramp. Bad money, more like bad year. 26, 28, and now it's under 23. Yep, compared to last year. But again, those were points of times. And, hey, but look, go back a few other years and we're looking fairly decent compared to a couple years ago. All right. American Jesus, Buffett seems to think gold and Bitcoin are stupid and evil. I'm starting to realize he just doesn't understand commodities, so he demonizes anything he doesn't understand. Yep. Kind of like, what's his name? Ramsey, Dave Ramsey. Same type of deal. Same type of deal. Heaven Can Wait says, I used to have pierced earrings made with titanium. Good for people who have sensitive skin. Indeed, that's right. That's why they use them, the rods and the like. Stuart Moore says, with stagflation and recession immediately on the horizon, silver is going nowhere but sideways or down. I can't see industrial demand picking up as the world economy stumbles along. Supply chain issues ad nauseum. Hold gold long term and hope for gains way down the road. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. We'll see. Hold on. That's what, if any message I could send, that is to hold on tightly, not loosely, and to not let go. Thomas Garza says silver is not keeping up with gold and unaffordable. Wish there was something in the middle. Well, I guess that would be platinum, although a bit riskier, but platinum could be somewhere in the middle, but don't call it Malcolm. Texas Coin Hunter says, went to silver and gold dealer today to see about picking up some silver. No generic rounds at all. Austrian Philharmonics, $10 over spot. Wow. Maple Leafs, 12 over. Silver Eagle, $16.50 over spot. Trying my LCS on Wednesday when they open. There you go. Crazy. All right. I can find lots of gold. It says Liquid Electrum. Find lots of gold. There's gold available, right? NC Purdy, 68. Crazy Sal. I sure wish we could have a $40 silver again. Seems like a distant memory, pal. It feels like we are headed a lot lower now. I know. I do remember those days. NC Purdy was around there in those days, too, with $40 silver. Those were the days. My goodness. That's about the time when I started the channel, was when it was about $40, maybe a little bit lower than that. Crazy. All right. Cyrus, we're going to slurp a little bit more. Let's slurp so that we're not dehydrated. It is some coffee. It's black silk coffee. Charlie Munger said cryptos was like a venereal disease. Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's not good. Nicole Post, who is a relatively newer person in the community, says it's a strangest thing. All of the LCS I shop at are always sold out when prices drop like this. Weird how you can't buy silver for the spot price when it dumps. It's almost like the COMEX price has nothing to do with the physical. Well, in terms of the getting it for the price, yeah, you got to really be diligent and look around. So yes, I understand your frustration. I've seen it too. Even the bullion dealers are the same way. LCS is much easier for them to run out of stock and have a harder time getting it. Silver is paper to silver ratio is 353.99 to 1. Can we just say the silver price is now $353? Actually, no, we can't. Silversmith. If you want to know what I'm talking about, check out some of my recent videos on the on whatchamacallit, on my what do you call this? The debt clock and silver. The debt clock and silver playlist that I did. I actually talk about that ratio between, that's the derivatives, is what you're talking about, the derivatives, which that doesn't necessarily equate to that's a different kind of ratio, just like the dollar to mining ratio is a different thing. Liquid Electrum says, I really thought silver would head back up today, and of course it didn't. Yep, what a ride. Crazy ride it is. That's right. All right, we're getting up there in the comments here. Lawrence Grott, I'm in a transfer process, getting some fiat pulled out of my investments. I'll take a couple of weeks to complete. I hope it stays fairly low until I can make my purchases. Yes, indeed. I hear you, brother. I hope so, too. And we've got Mutant Rife says, if there's a penny ray, then you're getting close to finding the bottom. That's right. True that. Very true. Very, very, very true. Simple Hillbilly says, hope this keeps up to till Thursday when I can make it to my LCS. There you go. Till Thursday. And Alub Alube XXX says, what a beautiful feeling when I can purchase more PM due to the current world events. Timing is everything. To me, thumbs up. Yes, indeed, timing is everything. That's right. Florin S says, just to summarize in a phrase what you've said, Sal, investor's nightmare is stacker's wet dream. That's right. True that. Very true. Common Sense, hello, good to see you. Rocky Superstar is here. The one and the only Rocky is with us right now. Good to see you, sir. All right, let's have another slurp. Saxon Stacker made it. Congratulations, Saxon, and I appreciate you being here. Yes. Sound a lot of people keep talking about gold and silver like it doesn't have a name in the stock market. Voices carry, that's right. Gold and silver has a name in the stock market. All right. Voices carry, at least they do till Tuesday, right? Has this dip done anything for 90%? I actually got a silver quarter today for $5. It's a Standing Liberty silver quarter, and it was $20 per dollar. Should have bought more, but didn't have the cash. Just got one. Calvin Cooper, good evening, Sal. Purchased 5 1-ounce silver rounds today. Can't deal with the premium on the SEs. There you go, brother. Smart move, smart move. All right, time to back up the railroad. All right. Eric Woody says, Air notes value on auction is quite good. True that. They sure are. Some of those notes are. Thank you, Eric Woody. You're right. Bellinge P, I love this. Watching the gold price is like watching someone dribble a basketball while walking up a mountain. Now, I'm going to have to try that. I've got to try that. Yes, indeed. That's Paul Bellinger. I interviewed him, the author of the book. One of the only brand new author, good guy. Check out that interview if you haven't seen it yet. Look for the interview. Look for the thumbnail with his profile picture partly in it. Bricks in the wall. Funny how all these silver stacking channels are rethinking the value of silver as it keeps crashing, myself included. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Rethinking it. 2050 times face at his local LCS. That's good. Mine's 20. 20 times face. Pretty close. Sometimes you can find good deals. Not bad at all. John Bethia is chiming in on this one. He says, high premiums seem to be killing the worth of buying metals, especially silver. Precious metals are for keeping probably for many years. Silver is for my kids in retirement, 30, 35 years, or barter for something happens to our economy. Well, this is not the first time we've had very, very high premiums in silver. I think in the mid-2000s or in the first decade of the 2000s, they were very high too. I mean, in other words, silver trading for $5 an ounce and you couldn't get a silver eagle for below 9. That's a 40-some-odd% premium, right? Metals make sense. You stack, collect anything but shiny metal. I've got some other stuff that I like to collect, sort of, but not for wealth preservation. I have some Hot Wheels cars, actually. I like Hot Wheels cars, believe it or not. P2RP, gold and silver can't find a bottom price performance to determine by criminals that run the exchanges and government. Yep. Don't put it past the government. Alan Budd, it's already $30 for an ASE at my LCS. No thanks. Yep, and that's actually would be considered a good deal for silver. 49's Fine says, on the pain of not having much cash on hand to take advantage of the PM sale, but I've been on target throughout this scandemic and before. My DCA for gold is still $16.50, as I was able to make large purchases in mid-2008 at $1,200 to $1,300. But it still kind of hurts to look at these sale prices. No, you're right, 49s, and good job buying gold then. All right. I collect lighters and super high-end knives. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Lobo Platebo Stacker says, I bought before the dip. Britannias are 3 pounds below maples here. It's a good time to gather some fiat and get a tube. Yes, indeed. It sure is. If you can find good deals on it, it's a good time to buy. American Jesus says, Looking at deals on AppMex, and the deepest cut is around $30 in gold. To be honest, this isn't enough to make me rush around buying gold at whatever price anyway. Now, if it drops to 1600, this is a different story, as long as premiums don't keep it at 1800. Yep, that's true. The whole crystal rock bottle full of pennies to go through. What should I put aside? Nice, all right. Put aside any wheat cents and any cents below 1983. Weigh the cents that are 1982. Some of them are copper-coated zinc. The ones that are a little bit heavier, I can tell just by looking at them. The strike is a little bit different on the 82s zincs. Brandon Goss, if I had an ounce of rhodium, I wouldn't sell it either. That's right. Still haven't sold it, even though it did get up to almost $30,000 at one point. One of many says the following on this video here. We're about halfway through these comments. We're just marching our way through here. Pretty soon, they will come knocking at the door wanting your copper, gold, silver, frying pans, anything they can get their dirty hands on. Take a walk down memory lane. Do you think this can't happen? Think again. It should repeat itself. Gold and silver became worth so much that they had to rob everyone to save the country. Do not let the crooks rip you off at this time like in 1935. Get a gun. Well, it was in 1933 and 34. And they didn't take all of your gold. They didn't take any silver. They didn't take anything like that. They said it was, you had to turn it in, but they didn't go door to door taking it. And you were allowed to keep 5 coins, I think. And anything numismatic you were doing. All right, very good. Let's march on up here. Carolyn Quinn says, how about trying to make a run for it with 150 pounds of silver or making a run for it with 3 pounds of gold? Tough one there. That's true. That's right. Exactly. Good point. Jake says, having bought at the highs of 2011, 2012, looking at a big purchase soon to cost average these highs lower. Hopefully I don't miss the bottom. Yep. I hear you, Jake, and I hope you can find some good deals. Yes, indeed. Greetings one and all to Blue is here, and Hoosier Stacker still with us. Thank you. Good to see Hoosier. Metal Tracker says, I started stacking PMs in 2021. My gold DCA, including premiums, are below spot price today. I cannot say that about my silver purchases. All right. All right. Very good. No, I understand. Because gold is a much tighter spread. No question about that. Which is one of the reasons why I've moved more towards it lately. Except for what I did this past couple of weeks here. The Micmac88 says, I've never seen silver drop in price like this every day and not one day in the green. Very strange. Yep. Crazy, crazy. I've seen it, but I watch the markets more often. But thank you, Micmac. Steve C. Is Steve C with us in here tonight? They will go back up. It's a marathon, not a drag race. Buy the huge dips. There you go. Exactly right. Very good point. Third metal to buy for the stack. It would be platinum. That would be my third metal of choice. Platinum, platinum, platinum. Very good. What are your thoughts on rounds? Where are your rounds being sold? They're being sold over at JM Bullion. If you scroll down in the description of this very video, you will see a link to them. It goes directly there to it. All right, have a good night, Silver Honda. She's going to go raid Walmart coffee aisle. Then we're going to squeeze, not Mr. Silver Honda, but Mrs. Silver Honda. And I'm going to just make sure that he understands that I knew what he meant, that typo there. He's not going to squeeze Mr. Silver Honda. He's going to squeeze Mrs. Silver Honda. Unless Mrs. Silver Honda's not there, then he may squeeze Mr. Silver Honda. But I think that Mrs. Silver Honda is there, and I don't blame him. Let's see. What are you thinking about platinum? I'm all over platinum. I think I love platinum. I actually did a lot of videos on it. Rocky Superstar. Big fan of platinum. Warren B, not Warren Buffett. He says, bye, bye, bye. 80 stockbroker, complete with cocaine sweats. There you go, exactly. All right, there you go. Carl, 3810. Premium still kind of high, though. Sucks. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Love Button says, I've warned people against buying Silver Eagles at a 60% premium. Good on you. I am too. I'm warning them about buying them. I always catch flack every time I do. Also said there wouldn't be a silver squeeze, and that was BS too. I wonder how many more years will pass until people realize they've been duped. Really is sad. You gotta think and buy smart when it comes to precious metals. And like I said, buying Silver Eagles, you know, for your if you're doing a date run set or you're collecting the certain styles of Silver Eagles, hey, it's part of the package, part of the cost of collecting. I pay for high premium silver all the time, and I'm paid pretty high prices from collectible Silver Eagles. But nonetheless, I don't stack Silver Eagles anymore. I actually haven't stacked Silver Eagles for quite a while. Actually, since about I bought 6 in 2021 for the Type 2s when the price was low on a pre-order. That was the last amount of Silver Eagles I bought. That was it. West Welk, 1444 gold now, 16 silver low. Paper prices, physical actual prices will rise. That's West Welk. All right. Thank you. It's rubbing it. All right, rubbing it. All right, there we go. There we go. Bong rips. I have found 2021 Gold Eagle MS64 Morgans. Nice. B-Dub. There you go. Thank you, B-Dub, for the $2 super chat. Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved. That's right. Indeed, indeed. All right. Very good. Thank you, B-Dub. I'm going to give you 2 push-ups, but we're going to wait. If we get another one, we're going to group them together. As for those just new joining us, for every dollar donated via Super Chat, it's 1 push-up. For every 50 cents donated via PayPal, friends and family, it is 1 push-up. 50 cents per push-up via PayPal, $1 via Super Chat. Thank you, sir. All right. Gold Maple. Everybody talks about gold, silver rising, but nobody talks about it plunging. Well, I do. Gold and silver can plunge. Be aware that gold and silver are not the safe haven stores of value you assume them to be. Everything that rises will also plunge. Gold will lose its luster and silver its shine. In a sense, in this market, that is true. Over the last year or so, it's been kind of crazy. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I missed some of the comments. So yeah, if you type my name, you don't even have to put the @ symbol in front of it. Just type it in with no space, but spell it correctly, and it'll turn orange, and I'll see it. Sometimes I miss those too, but keep trying, and I'll try to answer. So yeah, post it again. All right. Adam Spencer says, silver's fortune will change. At least the volatility really helps with the purchasing and should do when cashing out. I'm learning the discipline to only buy when it's had a bad run, and one day I'll sell only during an upswing. There you go. Matt Bidner, when is the Sal Sluts Coin series coming out? Oh my goodness gracious. Not for a while. All right, very good. And where are we at? Okay, Mitch Hawkins, have a good night. He says TTFN. Ta-ta for now. I think that's what that means. Hoosier Stacker says, squeeze this. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm going to have to squeeze my pectoralis muscles for push-ups. And now we'll do 12. Thank you, Hoosier Stacker. All right, let's make it happen. You were the man. All right. Let's see here. Let's get down and get down to it. Get down on it. 12 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to stretch it out now, guys. Stretching it out. Oh, it feels good to stretch it out. Although it's a little... I feel like I still exerted something when I stretch it out. I needed that stretch. Matt Bittner, they may want some numismatic value. Someday. I don't collect paper money. But I know some people who do, and it's this real beautiful paper money. Some of those notes are... I take that back. I've got a foreign currency collection that I've collected over the years. Just, they're not worth much, but they're fun to collect. So yes, I do. Not as much anymore, but once in a while I'll get some notes, and my LCS has some. Toner Talk. I'm still convinced it's in the range of roughly 22 to 30. Until it breaks to the upside. This is a huge buying opportunity. All right, there you go. Thank you, Toker Talk. Yes, indeed. It's my dirty dozen. That's right, Hoosier Stacker. It's my dirty dozen. Hoorah! Very good. All right. Yeah, getting in shape, B-Dub. Try my best. Still got some work to do. I do have some Iraqi dinars with Saddam's face on them. Yes, indeed. Tucson Bubba says, Sal, if you want to guess the market bottom as much as I love you, you will probably be wrong. Exactly. I probably would be. That's kind of the whole point of the video, because I didn't want to guess the bottom. But if the market is down, you will buy a lot. The way you look at it, you will have one heck of a low average price per ounce. No labor or guessing necessary. Try putting $100 every month using a historic silver price chart. Do it for 5 years, any years. Keep a running total of the number of ounces purchased and running total of dollars spent. Divide your total dollars by total ounces and tell me if you would not be thrilled with your average price per ounce. Never vary the amount for any reason other than for periodic inflationary increases. Do a secondary spreadsheet introducing your guesses to see the huge difference. All right, interesting. All right. Yeah. The thing is, if you look back at the chart for 5 years, you can see what they were. We don't even know the future. That's the whole point, because we cannot predict what it's going to be. Let's take a look at our poll now. We have 140 votes in the poll. How high will the Fed raise rates this week? I think actually tomorrow. They'll probably announce on Thursday. Or they will announce, but we'll probably get the news tomorrow. That'll be a half a point. 67% of you say a half point. I'm in that camp that believes that. I can't participate in my own poll. 24% say a quarter point, and 9% of you say they won't do anything. No raise of the rates. And, there's a chance they may not, given the GDP numbers that we got earlier. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Be very interesting to see how it rolls. All right. Where are we at here? Thank you. C. Killa says, hey, Mr. Sal, appreciate your content. Look forward to the unboxing. Thank you, my friend. I'm waiting for it, too. Michael Sorrell, $350 per month religiously. I've had many more ups and downs buying the first day of the month for years. Yes. All right, there you go, Michael Sorrell. Witness 03 says, I never worry too much about the absolute bottom. It's elusive because of high premiums start kicking in. I bought more gold and silver tonight, and I'm very happy with it. Way to go. Dave C says, so why is wait times on my purchase of gold, silver at multiple places the time to get it twice the amount of time? Also, the premium percent-wise are dramatically higher for silver versus gold. Indeed, they are. And I'm waiting on the purchases I made. Pretty big purchases for me. Spiked Head Die Crack, good to see you. Bill 457 has a Google date. All right, a Google date. Yes, indeed. For Bill 457, good to see you. Dave C also says purity is not a major reason for gold over silver. Also, you kept saying the government has the ratio of, 10 to 15 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. The ratio is 82. So if done right, the physical storage convenience should not be an issue. Yes, but that was their fixed ratio. We're talking about the price ratio, not the natural ratio there. All right, thank you so much, Shan, for being here. Have a wonderful evening, Shan. Appreciate you. All right. Let's get that final slurp out of the way. It was barely anything. There wasn't much to slurp at the bottom of that. Now we have the chaser of water here. Okay. HVAC is here, waving to us all. Don says, not likely soon. The Fed is just getting started. Raising interest rates will continue to pressure. Sure, you'll get the occasional oversold rally, but a lasting trend reversal could take a while. Very well could. Yes, indeed. Yes, I have bought gold bars and silver bars. I buy mostly coins, but I have bought bars. Stay tuned for the unboxing that's coming for another answer to that. Misfit Island Johnny is coming. Good to see Johnny is here. Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. The world is ending. On the same Kitco interview, UBS also gave the forecast of gold will decline to $1,600 per troy ounce by the end of 2022. Yes, that's going to be very interesting to see if that happens. Boy, that would be something else. I would be celebrating as a buyer if that was the case. I'm flipping this platinum coin just for gits and shiggles, as that's how we roll. Thank you, the world is ending. Let's hope it's not ending, but anyways, I digress. Jeff Keller, can't really buy the bottom because when the price drops, the premiums go up, ends up costing the same. There we go. That's right, yeah. I know, it's crazy. Yes, is Silver Heist still here, by the way? Is Silver Heist still with us? Because I have some breaking news, if so. I spit bars. Yes, indeed. I spit razor blades. All right, HVAC is driving, but he's hands-free. He's not using his hands to drive at all. He's driving with his kneecaps. William Baker, what is so bad about 1860? We have time. Take it easy. I don't want to take it easy, William Baker. I refuse to take it easy, all right? ARG says there is a problem of gold and silver and all other investments. That is what the bottom is at the top. That's one thing no one, and I mean no one knows. That's exactly right, RG. No one knows. Do you own any A-mark stock? Your thoughts on it? No, I do not. I do not own any A-mark stock. I need a classic pocket coin recommendation. Let's see here. Metal makes sense. Here's my recommendation. Go to my channel, scroll all the way to the end here. So here's when you go to my channel, you'll see home, videos, playlist, and all that stuff. Scroll to the end, click on the search, and type in 30 years. And the second list here, second option here, second result is American Silver Eagle, 30 years later in my pocket. I want you to watch that video from beginning to end and tell me if that will influence your decision, okay? Blue is funneling platinum at this very moment too. Nice. Some metals make sense. Yeah, please watch this video. American Silver Eagle, 30 years and later in my pocket. All right, very good. Okay, I need to put that in the legacy playlist, but I digress. Max says, for me, it's more of a hobby, not a stacker. All right. And people have different views on how they approach silver, and I can understand that. When collecting, it's only worth what one would pay for it. Then it becomes negotiable. So spot price has nothing really to do with it except for flat rate price, which would be the bottom, which rarely happens, right? As far as buying it, you're right. Very good. All right. Yeah, B-Dub, check it out. You too. Anybody that wants to do it. And if one of my moderators can maybe post a link to it in the chat, that would be good. But yes, indeed. That was a video. That was probably one of the videos that's kind of like I've been wanting to do for literally years on this channel. And I did it. And it got some views, but not as much as I'd hoped. I might do another one. Tree Climber says, I take this too because the rise in silver price. I'm a Monday morning dip stacker as a Hong Kong and New York Crimex opens meet. Usually the best time of week to buy low. Yes, somebody else had mentioned that too. We see them kind of drop a bit around Monday. Let's see here. Matthew Burns is here. Hello, you said you mentioned my post from yesterday. Just got on. All right. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what it was, Matthew Bynes. I answered a lot of comments, but yes, indeed. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, Walter Lyons says here, please just get off the paper price, he says. This harping on the paper price of gold and silver is getting old. There is so much more about silver and gold besides what the bankers do with futures contracts. What am I saying? What I'm saying is that many, if not all, YouTube channels are holding people through a narrow path. Well, problem is paper price matters, folks. It absolutely matters in every way, shape, or form in terms of buying and selling the precious metal. both gold and silver. You cannot avoid it, no matter what the premium percentages are. Spot price is what it is, and everything is based off of spot price. From when you buy it to when you sell it, you are being paid a certain percentage above or below spot price whenever you sell your precious metals. And whenever you buy it, you are being paid a certain percentage above it. No matter what that percentage is, it matters. This is why we talk about it a lot. It matters. It's not going away, and it will continue to be harped on for that very reason. Yes, indeed. And you'll really get it when you have to sell. And I'm not one with much experience in that because I've not done it, but I certainly know, I've talked to enough people that have sold, and I've talked to enough coin shops that have sold it. But anyways, thank you, JM Unleashed, for posting that. I appreciate it. All right, have a good night. Thank you, CCT. Have a wonderful night, my friend. I appreciate you, brother. Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Check him out. Thank you, my friend. Great channel. Good channel. All right, very good. Let's see here. I don't remember that comment. Was 6 months free, no interest, on eBay purchases over $99? I don't remember that comment, but anyways. Polar Silver Stacker says, Sal, gold-silver ratio results from COMEX and physical gold to silver is around 65 at the moment. It just depends on what that physical ratio is in terms of who you sell it to. It fluctuates. I did a video called there are actually 4 gold to silver ratios. 4 of them. I think I put that on my legacy video playlist as well too. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where are we at? We've got Hagar the Hodler says, I'm in accumulation mode until prices rise too high or living expenses become too high. Any price drop is good news to me. Sal, you rock, brother. Thank you, Hagar. I think that's a good opportunity. Keeping in mind the other aspects of well too, as far as living expenses or prices get too high. Well done, well done. All right, we've got Daddy Silverbuck says, when I buy, I don't even care about the bottom because I'm a collector who likes that high dollar vintage, just like fine wine. There you go, Daddy Silverbucks. I'm with you. There's a collector in me too that is, understands that I'm going to be paying higher premiums for the stuff that I specifically want. Exactly right. Like, for instance, I would like to have a 2012 Suriname silver coin, vintage of 25,000, most of them in Europe. Can't find them anywhere. Found them on eBay one time for $80. Wish I would have pulled the trigger on that. No one's talking about those coins, but I'd love to have one. All right. Pathetic Prepper. I'm not anti-silver. I'm pro-saving money on third-person middleman premiums. 30 to 40% per coin. Really? Who could be pro-silver for the past 2 years? Owning more silver than most. I can't wait to own more of it, just waiting on an exit to trade for gold. All right, yes. I understand. You have to be able to be comfortable with what you're doing with your money when you buy anything. That includes silver. Richard Cranium, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for being here. Have a good night, Richard Cranium. Good to see UDT Ghost. Hoosier Stacker is here. He says, I've read somewhere that our influence in manipulating the silver market is impactful as bug smashing into a wind field. Yeah. We're only a distraction and have no bearing on the car's function. Yep, that's actually a pretty good point or analogy. As a stacker, it's all about most weight, lowest price, nothing more. So yeah, my stack may be boring, but it's very cost efficient. So to that end, one should focus on practicing dollar cost averaging. If you happen to buy during the dip, excellent. Otherwise, you're still on course to preserve your wealth. And understanding that there is room for collecting in there as well. B.R. Williams, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, that's right, exactly. Coin shows are great. Nobody knows who you are. You can negotiate cash deals. That's right, Matthew Burns. I actually have a video coming about that actually very soon. Saddlebag says it works well for money because its quantity above ground doesn't change much and never rots away. I view it more as insurance, but it does have an investable aspect currently only because its price has not risen commensurately with the quantity of paper monies. That's right. Very, very good. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Other snacks there. Melbourne Stacker says, yes, saw them on CCTV robbing some banks, but there's some looting people's homes as well. That's right. This is the Russian looting Ukraine's gold video. TNT Cycle says, I wonder if they looted the big gun. Big guys, 10%. Yes, good question. Perhaps they could have. Who knows? Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Truthful Troll says, hello to the silver collecting troll. Thank you, brother. Stan. Spornak, they can send me their gold for safekeeping. I'm trustworthy. All right, there we go. Duly noted. Duly noted. Mike 1422, it's the USA who is stealing gold. They are probably responsible for Libya's missing gold too. Blame the US for everything. Why not? Let's just blame us for it. We're the bad guys here. Disgusting, says Bricktown Silver. Yes, I agree. Definitely. Definitely. TNT Cycles, I'm calling fake news. The Ukraine has always been one of the world's most corrupt countries. This is another propaganda story like the ghost. Well, it turns out the ghost thing was, but it was found out very quickly that it was. But they actually did reference some other stories that have been validated that fall more in line. And I will also go on to say that, too, that though Ukraine is corrupt, politicians there are certain parts of Ukraine is corrupt. That does not mean that Russia is not corrupt. In fact, there's just as much, if not more, corruption in Russia. It's an oligarchy. Go figure. By definition, that's corruption. V probably melted down as scrap. Can you imagine? Crazy. All right. Taju Akbar Ismail. Ukraine gold reserves dropped by 20 tons after 2014. I wonder where that 20 tons of gold went. Yes. After Crimea, probably, who knows, maybe Russia took it that too. And Medical United says, I don't believe them. They lied so many times. Russia has more credibility for me. Well, sorry, I disagree. I mean, Russian media is completely state-run. Any independent journalism done there is threatened and is bullied or shut down. We saw that happen, definitely. Mr. Fool, I guess Wall Street Silver was right. Ounce over design. All right, thank you. Pavlov's Sheep says the U.S. already looted the gold in 2014 after the coup they instigated. I don't know how the USA had that. It was Russia who took over in 2014 Crimea, not the U.S. That's what you're referring to. Liquid Electrum says gold theft is a war crime. Silver bottomed out maybe, but on the way back up into the 23s. Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right. And let's see. All right, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and cut off tonight. My voice is a little bit, a lot of talking tonight, and we had a good solid run here. But we will be back here on Friday. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are wonderful, and I appreciate you. Have a good evening, and keep your feet on the stars, and keep reaching for the ground, and we will see you Friday. You'll have a wonderful evening. Take care.